Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sandy Bottom Homestead. Just as promised, I want to give you a tour of my seeds shelf, see what's going on, see how things are progressing. And yeah, we're getting really close to planting out, so it should be exciting, at least from this point forward. So you can see we're pretty much full. We've got a little bit here that we need to fill out, and what we'll do is we'll end up repotting, and then this tray will basically, between this tray and this tray here, we'll just transfer over to here, and then we'll have space to start another round of squash. But let's start at the top here. We've got our marigolds here, and these actually, I didn't expect it, but they took off in one day. They started coming up, so we're off to the races with those, which is really good. And here's all of the squash that we did on that one video, and you can see just a few, maybe 5-6 days later, they are coming up. So we got really good germination. Looks like the zucchini missed 2 out of 12, so that is not bad. And they still may come up because this one just popped the other day, and it's pretty late, so we'll take it. But these are well on their way. We'll keep these inside for just a couple more days. At this point, it's all about watching the weather and just ensuring that we get enough warm days where we can start hardening them off, because I keep them on a rolling cart when I do that this time of year, so I can roll them in at night if I need to. But we can get this hardening off process started early, which is gonna be really good for these squash. So they don't have to stay in here long. If you remember, we wanna keep them in the pots for about a month. And at this point, they've been growing for about 5 to 6 days. So we'll spend another week out. That'll be 2 weeks in the pots. And then that'll give us about a 2-week grace period based on my timeline to get them out into the garden. So that's pretty good. We recently, and when I say recently, I mean just the other day, up potted all of our tomatoes. So you can see they're all doing really well. They kind of took a little bit of a beating that day. It's just, you know, it was windy and everything, but we're getting them going. They're coming back just fine. So what we did is we buried the stems deeper, as you do with tomatoes, but once they start to put off roots, then you'll see everything just kind of explode in growth. And so we really want to try and get these outside sooner than later, because you can see, like in the back row, a lot of them are taking off. And once these get outside, man, it is a total game changer. But I believe it's a little bit warm in here for them. So we're gonna keep the wind on them, keep them watered, and then, like I said, within a couple days we'll put them out. We're gonna go ahead and give them another a feeding, a liquid fertilizer feeding in here, real light, and that should give it enough boost to kind of get everything going. We've got some lettuce. This is a boo-boo I made. So if you remember, I did the live stream and I was starting seeds. I put the eggplants in this row. I had some lemon peppers, and then I had like all of these other rows left over. So I was like, oh, I'll start some lettuce, why not? Well, the lettuce is ready to go, but the eggplants aren't, so I'm gonna have to transplant those into 6-packs and put them outside, and I'm probably gonna do that today when this is done. So we'll get that going, but these eggplants still need a lot of time, so we're not really pushing them too hard. We will up pot them. Let me move these out of the way so we can see. I would estimate in about a week we'll up pot them, maybe 2 weeks, and then just let them grow from there. I'll probably say a week just to be safe. And then we've got our sweet potatoes. So I'm not really going to go too much into our sweet potato slips. I'm just going to say that I've tried a new method this year and I think I like it. So the next video will be all about the sweet potato slips. Just real quick synopsis on my sweet potatoes. You know, I love growing them, and for years I've really tried to find what I like as a method to start sweet potato slips. So hopefully this method seems to be working. It's just the timing, but like I said, next video we'll do that. So what have you guys got going on in your seed starting shelves? What stage are you at? Are you at like the final stages, getting ready to harden off? What are you hardening off? Let us know in the comments below, because it always helps everybody else. And I forgot to say it during the video, but I'm in coastal North Carolina, so there you go. Down here are peppers for this year, and I forgot to say this, even with the peppers and the tomatoes, I actually pulled off, for the most part, color coding them by variety. So that's really cool. I'm glad I did that. You know, I did run out of colors, or the quantities of colors, so some of them didn't, and I just kind of started putting them in the black pots. But we've got peach peppers, all these are peach peppers, and then we've got mango peppers, lemon peppers, Megatron jalapenos, King Arthur bell peppers, and then just some scraggle mango peppers. And then we did a late starting of these Marconi peppers, but they can be up potted whenever. They've really taken off the past week, so we'll probably up pot those next week. And I know I kind of glossed over it, and I'm sorry. The varieties that we're doing here are Roma peppers, Ace Bush peppers, Heinz, which I'm calling Heinz 57 bell peppers, or as you can see, ketchup, and then some red snapper peppers. So I don't know if you saw a theme about these peppers here, but they're all fruit flavored. So one thing that we've noticed when we sell pepper seedlings is people really like hot peppers, and then they really like different kinds of peppers. And well, I want to start making hot sauces, so we figured, you know what, let's do some fruit flavored peppers and just kind of see how that works. It should be, I'm excited for it. You know, I've tasted all of these peppers, and they all do have a hint of the actual seed of the fruit in there, especially the mango peppers. They were really good, and they're not overly hot. So as far as hot peppers, the hottest I go is like jalapenos. I could care less about anything else. So we're really excited about that. And then hopefully this year we can dive a little deeper into making some hot sauces.